welcome back to the channel, my friends. I hope you are doing well. I've come over to northern Kentucky this evening to get a look on the Clay Wade Bailey Bridge that was supposed to be shut down, but it appears that they're opening back up again, or they're open in the evening. Their work is almost finished, so we got a little bit of traffic. As you can see, this car's going up right behind me. We got a little bit of traffic going on. Not a whole lot that it's not heavy enough where I can't come over and film. Normally it's so heavy, you cannot come over here and get any sort of footage whatsoever, because like those cars, it's too noisy. But like I said, traffic's not heavy right now, so it's not too hard to get a good shot. I already have some of this train on video, but it stopped behind me. I don't know if another one's coming, but I'm gonna wait for a little bit longer. If not, I'm gonna get out of here and head up to Lachland and finish this out. So all right, everybody, there is a tow coming down river right now. I can see it. It looks empty. Hopefully it gets here before we got to get out of here. Anyways, whatever comes, whether that tow or whether trains, I'll get the video rolling when it do. Stay tuned. Alrighty, folks, I'm in Kentucky, filming the old, or the CSX bridge that comes over the Ohio River. As many of you saw probably Jawtooth's video, he filmed it when the bridge was closed on a Saturday. Now, the bridge spans all the way over to Kentucky there into Covington. It's from all the way, it goes across the Ohio River in Cincinnati. It's a really long bridge. Now, I'm gonna get over across the street onto the walkway, and traffic's not too heavy, so I'll be able to film. Sorry about that, I went to clean the lenses and the camera just went wonky on me, but we'll go closer up to the bridge and we'll talk about it. Traffic's not too heavy, so let's go ahead and do that. Stay tuned, folks, don't click away. All right, everybody, we got a train coming, but I wanted to show you all that before this came. There's Cincinnati skyline. There's Paycor Stadium where the Cincinnati Bengals play. And if you look over there, there's Great American. Well, that's still a football stadium, but over there where there's lights or towers, that's where the Bengals play. I'm sorry for it being so bright. It's the way the sun is. That's the Ohio River, of course. And there's a train coming. Right now, over the span, he's on the track farthest from. He's got a, it's still a yellow, but I'm standing where I am because of the sun. See if I can darken it just a little bit. Now, let's watch the locomotives go through first before I start yakking. This is a rare shot. It's hard to get up here because usually traffic is so heavy and noisy that you couldn't even get a good shot up here if you tried. This bridge was closed for a little bit, but thanks to my kidney stone and I wasn't able to, my hospitalization, I wasn't able to get out here to walk on the bridge itself, and it was closed. But apparently they're getting ready to open it back up, but you can still film the time of day. Traffic is actually not heavy right here, so it is possible to get a good shot. But look at that. Boy, and the cars go over the bridge, you can feel it shake underneath your feet. But when the bigger vehicles like the buses and stuff go over the bridge, you can feel the bridge bow. Let's see if we get him dropping the signal there. All right. racks. This is all auto racks, and they're all filled with automobiles. Cars, brand new cars. Wonder who's buying all those things. Now let's talk about these two bridges. As you can see, I'm standing on the pedestrian walkway of the Clay Wade Bailey Bridge span and the railroad bridge. The railroad bridge was built in 1928. I think this bridge was built shortly after that. I can't remember the exact year. But I'll look it up after this train passes. Anyways, they are the only two, some of the only two cantilever style bridges left in the United States. There's still some, but they are cantilever style. And just think, 3 more years and that railroad bridge will be 100 years old. But if you look at some of the concrete over there in the span, it's kind of seen better days, like it's crumbling. They're doing a lot of work on the Cincinnati side when it gets off the span and it becomes those elevated S-curves, those elevated section of track that I filmed from the ground before. I've ridden a train over this bridge and those elevated S-curves. I rode the Amtrak from DC to Cincinnati once, and it was a pretty good trip. Like, it was more than 16 hours, obviously, because of the delays, but I didn't care. I enjoyed myself. See the traffic that's going over the bridge? It's not too thick. Here comes a bus. It's more prominent, like the shakiness and bowing is when they're on this side versus that side. Yeah, he's going pretty slow. I wonder if he's going slow because if there's another train down there. It'd be cool if we got more than one, wouldn't it? But I may be counting on 2 at this point. He is going really slow. I can't get over to where that plaque is, you see over there. I can't get over there because that roadway is open now. Like, they don't have on this side, but they don't have the arrows. See those boxes up there on the poles? Those are arrows, or X's, telling the motorists which way they can go and which way they can't go. The only thing closed is that center lane. I could technically get over there, but I'm still putting myself in danger. So I'm just gonna stay here on this walkway, and this is the way we'll get the trains. Like I said, normally you can't come over here because it's, with the traffic, it's too noisy the way this grooved pavement is. See the grooved pavement? Sorry if you count the cars, you didn't miss anything. See the grooved pavement though on the roadway? And the wheels, tires go over that, the rubber goes over that. It makes a loud humming type noise here. You can hear it on the, it's more prominent on the bigger vehicles, like anything else, but. It's a really cool shot. It's not a shot that I normally get, or can normally get. Wow, what is that? I've never seen that before. Oh, political crap. Okay, here comes a bus. I'll step back a little bit. I gotta feel it. It's louder when they're going faster. Like that. Apparently that guy doesn't understand speed and distance. Yeah, it's not always auto racks are full. I can see right through some of them, and you can too. Look at that one. See right through it. See right through it. You can see right through a lot of these because that sun's right there. Yeah, unfortunately this video is not going to turn out the way I wanted it to. I wanted to be able to walk on the actual bridge where the traffic lanes are. But it appears they have reopened it. Now I don't know if they're getting ready to reopen the span completely but they had to do a lot of maintenance, and it didn't take them that long to do the maintenance they had to do. But like I said, it's a once in a lifetime opportunity, and to come up here. And now the traffic's not heavy, I was actually able to come up here and get it. Now, it's easier to get a train over here than it is on the Cincinnati side, because now that the lanes are open, so I'm glad I could come over here and get a train and explain a few things up and down at the Ohio River. And I'm probably going to swim the 900 meters across to Newport and back to Cincinnati this year in August. It's called the Great Ohio River Swim. I've done it 2 times. I started to swim back at the Y this morning, but very, very light output because I'm on restrictions still. But come Monday, I won't be. Now, I want to explain a few things. I know you guys are counting the cars, but it's going so slow you're not missing much. Now, you got those 2 were probably old singles that were right there for the L&N and the C&O. And there's another railroad, I can't remember who ran that one, and it was the Corbin sub. So this train's gonna have 3 places that it could go. It could go the LCL, it'll take it through Walton, down to Louisville and LaGrange, and then it could take the Corbin sub all the way down to Corbin, Kentucky. But most likely, since this is auto racks, I would guess it's going to Louisville. Now, the 3rd place it could go is on the old Chesapeake and Ohio line along the river, and that goes all the way through Canova, Huntington, and points on. So, really cool. Kind of wish we get just a train coming from, train going north. That'd be neat, because this guy is running really slow, and I don't know if I see the end or not. It's kind of hard. There's a lot of steel in between here and there. So yeah, I wonder if he's going to stop. Usually 9 times out of 10, if they stop up here, that means they got another train coming. So maybe we'll get to see that. Yep. He is stopping. Well, I'm going to cut the camera. I guess I'll wait for something to happen. Stay tuned. Alrighty, everybody. That's why the train stopped. I wanted to explain to you. This is Covington, Kentucky over here. So that church, and there's a white building over there, and there's top business. That's the flood wall down here with all the art and graffiti on it. But I'm not sure. It's a bunch of, looks like the developments over there. I think I hear another train, folks. It'd be pretty cool if we could get one. Anyways, that's Covington, and if you go across, and I'm going to zoom in. So that's the Roebling Suspension Bridge. There's B&B Riverboats over there. That's where Newport starts. That's at the mouth of the Licking River. Newport on the levees over there. And that yellow bridge is the Big Mac Bridge. Now, back during like winter months, they had a few people that set fire, or that started a fire underneath the bridge. The guy was like a firebug or something. Basically, is what he confessed to. And he was a firebug, and he tried starting a small fire, and he didn't like the way it started, so he brushed it off with his arm, and the embers hit the rubber and wood mulch of a playground that was underneath there, and that set all that mulch on fire, that rubber and plastic and wood, and set the playground equipment on fire, which that fire in turn grew to basically melt the steel girders in the bottom of the bridge and buckle the concrete. So they shut the bridge down for months on one side, on the south, I think it was southbound side, something like that, because the fire or whatever. And yeah, they found him. I think the trial just wrapped up for them, and I think they're going to they sentenced them, and I can't remember what their sentence is anyways. But between that's the Taylor Southgate Bridge. That's a replacement for a bridge they blew up in the late 80s. You know, there was a bridge span there. They demolished it by using explosives. And then they built the Taylor Southgate Bridge in its place. And then beyond the Taylor Southgate Bridge and between Taylor Southgate and Big Mac Bridge is the purple People Eater Bridge. Now that was an L&N Railroad bridge. So, but they had a lot more railroads running through northern Kentucky than what they do now, obviously. So that bridge was a railroad bridge. It was a automobile bridge now, and it's just a pedestrian bridge. People walk across it. They used to have a thing where you could climb on it. They'd harness you in. After you paid a certain price or fee or whatever, they'd harness you in, and you get to climb and walk across the bridge, and then climb down and then walk back over to the Kentucky side. Pretty cool. But yeah, there's the Ohio River down there. Not much traffic going on down in the Ohio River. Well, like I said, here's the hoping we get another train and we get it real soon. It is just after 8 o'clock. All right, everybody, stay tuned. All right, everybody, I can't tell if the locomotives I hear are coming up for CSX are way over there for Norfolk Southern. Now, the Norfolk Southern line's like 2 miles away. Like it's pretty far from where I stand, but take a look at this. I got a tow, you can't see it real well, but if it gets closer, I'll film it. But I think that's Carlisle and Bray Marine. I used to work for that company. So when it gets closer, I'm going to go ahead and film it. Yeah, I wouldn't be surprised. The locomotives I hear are getting ready to go up the hill for Norfolk Southern over there. Well, let's see what we can get. Hold on. Alrighty, let's zoom in. That is Carlisle and Bray Marine. I used to work for that company. That's not the boat I used to be on. The boat I used to be on is the J.L. Braden. That's the boat I used to be on, is the J.L. Braden. That's the Newport. Well, you can hear those K-19s working though. It's a good looking boat. That's probably the humming I hear. Unless there's one underneath us about to come out from the bridge. There they go. Well, train's still stopped and it ain't moving. So I don't know what's going on. Hey, I'll just call it over here, cut my losses, and go film some more trains before the daylight runs out on us. Stay tuned. Even on the middle of a Wednesday evening, it never fails. Just like they will never be done working on I-75. Feels like they're going to be working on this highway for generations. Something always going on. The plan is to widen it, but I don't know how well that's going to go over. It's going to take years to do all that. Well, I cut my losses at the Clay Wade Bailey Bridge, and I'm on my way to Lachland. All right, everybody, stay tuned. All right, everybody, we got the gates going down here. Got some runners. Look at them. They're all just gonna go. Yeah, look at you go. But let's see what we got here. Looks like we got a transfer train. Yeah, good thing I was standing behind a pole and all that stuff, because Mercedes-Benz just off the sidewalk turning around. Methylene diethanol disgoniate. That flat spot's shaking the ground. So is that one. Open auto rack. Look at that sky over there, y'all. Well, that ain't all. Stay tuned. Well, the gates went down in Wyoming. Folks, we got a southbound coming. I'm going to hop out here because he is going to be diverging. Check it out. All right. Thanks for tuning in tonight. Appreciate you guys. We'll see you later. All right, folks, that is going to do it for me today. Thanks for tuning in. I really do appreciate it. But hey, we had to cut our losses at the bridge. No big deal. We got a train. I could show you the whole process. You guys got the gist of it. You know, that's the important part. And plus, we saw that tow from Carlisle and Bray Marine, the company that I used to work for on the MV Newport there. So that was really cool to see that because, you know, it makes me happy to see that company because I do miss working for them. But that is a long story to why I am not working for them anymore. But I just caught a southbound train through Wyoming, and as you can see back here, everything's red for northbound. So I'm gonna go ahead and go home because I got to get up early in the morning to go swimming at the Y, and I can't wait because it's one of my favorite things to do early in the morning. Anyways, folks, thanks for tuning in tonight. I really do appreciate it, but I'm going to go ahead and close this one out, y'all. So like, comment, subscribe, share if you haven't done so already. Hit that little alert button. You get all the notifications for when I post. And if you have more time, please watch another video because every video you watch really helps my channel, and I really do appreciate that. All right, folks, until we meet again out on the rails, have a good day.